The K11 Swiss rifle, the predecessor to the very famous K31, and one of Switzerland's beautiful made rifles. To me, this rifle is a symbol of neutrality. If you're familiar with how Switzerland is, a really neutral country, which is good for us military surplus buyers, which means we get a gun like this one here that's made in 1916 that looks almost brand new condition. Beautiful rifle, great rifling. Now it has been bubbified, as you can probably see. Somebody put, I think they're called Williams sights on there, and they cut the stock down, but they done a good job of borderizing it. And I'm sure this thing probably done what it was intended for years ago. So, you know, no harm, no foul there. But I mean, look at this gun though. Is this beautiful or what? When I first looked at this gun, I was like, oh god, that gun, you know, I saw it in a pawn shop. I was like, man, I wouldn't mind having that gun. I looked at the bolt, and I'll be honest with you, I study military surplus rifles. I was like, what in the world? So how's that? Is that a semi-automatic? What is that? And it took a minute, for even the pawn shop guy didn't know, but we figured it out. Figured it was a bolt action. If he actually sold it to me saying it was a K31. I didn't know. Of course, it ended up being a K11. It doesn't matter to me. Still a very nice rifle. Like I said, it's been sporterized at some point in time. But gosh, I mean, how beautiful can you get? It's a straight pull bolt action, which means that you pull it straight back, and I'll show you in the video of me shooting it here in a minute. It pulls straight back. You load in, if you have a stripper clip, you'd load that in that way, but I load it individually. It holds up to 6 rounds, and it's really cool. At first I had my doubts because I ain't never seen a straight pull bolt action. The first shot I had, I made sure my face wasn't in the way. But actually I read up on it and I felt a lot better about it. I just was not used to that. I was like, and I bought it for $170, which I don't think is bad after I looked it up. It might be. I might get some comments saying, God, you overpaid, got gypped, but I don't really care. $170 ain't gonna break the bank. It shoots, and here I got one here, 7.5 by 55 Swiss. And this here is actually called a GP11. And I don't know if I can focus in or not. It's really a very, very high quality looking round, and it's fairly accurate from what I've seen. It's fairly accurate. It's a very good round. It's got wax around the thing to keep it, I figure that's to keep water or moisture out. Same thing with the primer, but it's a really fun gun to shoot, and it's really a gun that will capture somebody's attention, especially if you're like me and you're from the West, and you're used to, you know, those round bolt actions, or even a Mosin Nagant at first is a little weird to you. This gun here will be real weird to you. I got this thing home, and my little brothers and everybody in my family is like, how does that work? How does that even work? But it's really a foolproof design, and it's a very, very sturdy design. It's a very, very sturdy design. It's very well built. It's got craftsmanship all over it. And I wish I would have known what this thing looked like, you know, before it's sporterized, but hey, I ain't complaining. Still a great rifle. But here, let me take apart the bolt here and show you what that looks like. I had to get off camera because I'm camerizing this part here myself, and pull the bolt back, because it takes a good hard jerk to pull it back, as I'll show you in my in the next part of my video when I go to load it and shoot it. But I got it pulled back so I can show y'all how to take this bolt out. Let's see if I can do it this one-handed. I don't know. I might have to get off camera for this. Oh, I can do it. Okay. Anyway, look at that bolt. Good gosh. What a chunk. I mean, that feels like half the weight right there. But it's a very, very big bolt, very heavy bolt, but it's an awesome design. And you know, I look at this design now, you know, of course, if you know anything about Swiss rifles, and let me see if I can put this back in one-handed. See there, wait a minute, let me show you something though. There's your locking lugs. And if you look real closely, let me see if I can get it to focus. If you look real closely, you can see that they have the Swiss, I guess you call it a cross mark. They have it on almost every part of this gun. The hammer, the bolt, the barrel. It has it on every part of this gun. It goes back to the craftsmanship. Now this gun, I don't know if y'all can see it in this video or not. It does have a few rust spots. I wish I could find a way to fix that. I'll be able to eventually. Let's see. God, this bolt's hard to put in one-handed. There we go. But anyway, we'll just keep it back like that. But if anybody knows anything about Switzerland, like I said, they're a neutral country, which means that they don't, they don't take part in many wars, if any at all. So this gun here which was around probably during World War II. Of course, it had been succeeded by the K11 by that time. I'm sure it's still in service. Probably wasn't used in World War I or World War II. I'm pretty sure they stayed neutral. In World War II, I'm for sure they stayed neutral on that. So this gun, you can about promise yourself this gun probably never killed anybody, But it's just got such, it amazes me the craftsmanship of it. I mean, it's so built. This gun is just so built. I mean, it's got in fact, which is kind of an improvement for the time. The only gun that had it in 1911, on a bolt action rifle was probably the Lee Enfield. Is a removable magazine. You can remove this magazine, which holds 6 rounds. You can remove it. Although I doubt it was ever like they reloaded like that. I think they just used triple clips. But I've been really impressed with this gun. It's just such a big conversation piece too. I did not expect that. When you bring this thing in or you show pictures of that thing, people want to say, people ask me this, man, can I come over and shoot that, or how does that work? It's a great conversation piece, and it's just such a beautiful rifle. Now it does have a little bit of dings in the stock. I can imagine this stock was probably refinished at one time, but it's got a few dings in the stock, and like I said, it's got a few rust spots which I would love to fix, but I'm not sure how at the time being. And on the barrel it has a few little bitty rust spots, but for the most part the bluing's still really good. And it's just, like I said, and the trigger, like I said, going back to quality and craftsmanship, the trigger is just so good on this gun. You got your first pull, your first stage, which is just real loose, and then when you get right there, get to a certain spot, you know that you're getting ready, and you just pull, and it's real quick. It's a great gun. I haven't really gotten used to it yet, so I can't say what kind of accuracy you can get out of it. I've only probably shot 30, I don't know, 25 rounds to it maybe. My groups have been okay. They ain't been great. It's probably me, and it might be something wrong with these. I mean, it might be something that's kind of odd about these sights here, 'cause I'm not used to those sights either. There's some kind of carbine sights with the orange tip on the top of the sight there. I think they're called Williams sights from what I've researched, but it's it's still pretty accurate though. It'll hit what it'll hit what you're shooting at. But I just ain't quite used to it yet. It's a good gun though. Now, going back to what I was saying about ammunition, ammunition is kind of rare on this thing. 7.5 by 55 Swiss, it can be found. Mainly if you go in the old military surplus, like mil-cert gun sellers. I went to a few and they have it, but it's pretty high. And I found mine for probably a little bit less than $1 a round on an ammo website. And it got shipped rather quickly. I can't remember though if it was bulk ammo or cheaper than dirt. But it came in the packs. Let me get that right quick. Here. Oh man. Okay, it came in the packs of right here. It comes in. I bought 120 rounds for, I think it was like $110, something like that. Anyway, though, it comes in packs like this. It comes in a bunch of 10 packs, and you can see right here. I think that's the date, probably 22nd of the 4th month of 1981. I'm not for sure on that. But it holds 10 per box, called Gewehr Patron 11, GP11, which is what this gun was designed to shoot. I've heard people say that you shouldn't shoot GP11 in it because it's, you know, it's too much power for the locking lugs. I think GP11, and this is a K11, plus, I mean, it was designed for the rifle. I mean, that's true. So it doesn't bother me. I don't think anything's gonna go wrong, and it hasn't went wrong since I started using this. But it's good ammunition though. I believe it's surplus. It might be new. I mean, they might still make it. I don't know. But I know it's still fairly rare to find, and not many people have heard of 7.5. I made the mistake of going into a regular gun shop and asking for 7.5 by 55, and they was like, "What?" But you know, you got to find some, and it's not all that hard to find, but it's not easy to find. It reminds me of 303, with 303 being a little bit easier to find. Like I said, the gun was designed. It was actually designed off of what they called the Schmidt-Rubin, which was the original version. I believe it came out in the late 1800s. I can't remember exactly what date, but they made a carbine version, which was this K11, which is kind of a carbine version, and it pretty much improved a lot of stuff off the other one. Made a little bit stronger action for the new GP11 cartridge. And I believe, like I said, I believe they shortened it a little bit. And anyway, and another cool thing I want to mention, and a lot of people don't know this, is that, and sadly I didn't have it in mind because, like I said, it's been sporterized, but you can actually see the soldier's name, usually, if you get one that ain't been tampered with. Sometimes it'll have on the butt plate, if you take off the butt plate, it'll have the soldier's name and tag and everything, the Swiss soldier who was issued it at the time. I just think that's really, really cool. I mean, the Swiss Army, that's pretty awesome. And like I said, I mean, they make rifles as good as they do knives. I mean, because this gun is made, it's tough. I mean, you can just tell by when you pull the bolt and you just hear that big clack sound. I mean, you know that bolt is pretty sturdy, and I mean, that's why it doesn't scare me to shoot GP11. I mean, it's a strong bolt system, really. But it's a beautiful rifle, and I'd recommend it. Like I said, one thing you want to watch out for is if you ain't got no way to buy ammo online, then I'd be a little bit worried, because ammo is really hard to find. You can find it on the internet, but I haven't had much luck trying to find it in shops. But enough talk. Let's shoot about 4 rounds through this thing, and I'm going to show you what this thing here can do. Here's your pack of 10. If you buy the GP11, I got this off a website. They come in packs of 10 like this here. Of course, to open it, just pull a tab here, and you just rips open like that. And there's your bullets. I'm only going to put 4 in here because I don't want to shoot too much, because I done some target practice this morning. I try not to shoot all my ammo up, but we're going to have 2 bottles set up long range. Let me show you how to load this thing first. And this thing does, if I'm not mistaken, this thing holds 6, I believe. But here, I'll show you how it works. Pull the bolt back like that, give it a hard jerk. Put 1. And they have stripper clips for these things, although I've yet to get one. I've seen some on eBay, but I just haven't got them yet. Load them in. I just load them in one by one. I ain't got no mass attacks coming at me anyway. Got no invasion, so I ain't got to worry too much about it. You slide it back home, and the safety on this thing, if you look right back here, and I mentioned this before, you pull this thing back, turn it to the left, you're on safety. It ain't gonna fire. It's definitely one of the weirdest safeties I've seen, but it works. And if you was in Switzerland and heavy snow with big old gloves on, I'm sure I'd think that thing there a lot more. But let's go shoot it now and show you what it does. Okay, now we're ready to fire. We got 4 rounds in there. One because I don't want to shoot too much ammo today, and plus it's about to rain here. So we're gonna get all 4 rounds here. Shoot those 2 Mountain Dew bottles. You want to take your gun off safe, so pulling this back. rotating it. Now you're ready to fire. Let's see if we can get off these rounds very fast. I believe this is probably a pretty quick bolt action. Tell you what, that's a lot quicker than I thought it'd be. This is definitely a very, very quick gun, and Swiss made a good rifle here. Well, I thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope if you was maybe on the fence about buying a K11, maybe I've talked you into it, maybe I've talked you out of it, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I've loved making this video, and this is, like I said, this is just such a great gun. It is just so well made, and it is. And if you buy it for anything, if you just want to just buy it for a conversation piece. People think, well, it don't have much history. Well, it has its own history, and that's what makes a gun so great. That's why I love my Milsurps. They each have their own story. They each have their own story. That's why I love my Milsurp rifles. You know. But I thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe, and I thank you for watching, and God bless.